What's good, guys? It's your boy Leon back at it again, and I'm joined today by
Iustina?
and
Your boy MZ.
come on. So usually it's a solo mission with a podcast. Today I thought I'd do something a little different. The community has grown substantially, and we're in a new place now. We've got plans for 2025, big plans, and hopefully these two people with me here today will be a massive part of it. So today, the first thing I wanted to talk about is what's changed. We've started something outside of SNP called the Collective Perspective. Both Iustina and Imran are going to be hosting it. We've been doing street interviews, predominantly in the King's Cross area. Let's talk about that a little bit. So, Iustina, can you tell me a little bit about the first time that we agreed to link up and do the asking the public questions thing? Like, how was that experience for you?
It was a good experience. It was very new for me because before this collective perspective, I never would have spoken to strangers that much in my life.
Damn.
Like, like it really built my confidence up with that. And it was fun, to be honest, just like talking to random people, seeing like how different people's views can be on different things.
Yeah, we didn't even end up using
Yeah.
the footage from the first time. We didn't even use it. But yeah, Imran, how about you? How about you, man?
So yeah, it's MZ, and yeah, doing the public interviews, the street interviews with members of the public, like it was a good feeling, because you get to like meet different people and tell them a bit about what you do, tell them a bit about the projects, tell them a bit about the projects in SNP.Global, and getting different perspectives on things that surrounded those topics too. So it was good hearing different viewpoints and hearing how different people from different walks of life navigated through certain things and some personal stories and anecdotes. And it was great like making them real in-person connections. I guess I'm not someone that's new to like embracing the company of new people, whether that's strangers or potential acquaintances. But I enjoy doing that. There's a lot of good people out there, so it's good to make them connections.
Yeah. So the first time we did it, we didn't know how many people we'd be able to talk to in one day. There was a lot of variables, but I would say the energy that you brought, Imzi,
Yeah.
it was eye-opening to the right way things could be done, and we decided to format it a bit better than what we were doing. Came with the branded hoodies and that, and then there's been no looking back ever since. We decided to turn it into its own separate thing. So we got a separate YouTube page. No, we don't. We've got a separate Instagram page, a separate TikTok page, and it's turning over. It's turning over. One of the interesting things that you mentioned as well was the personal stories that people were mentioning. I want to know from both of you. So far, you can't say the same story. Which story has stuck out to you the most so far?
For me, it was the one girl where she said she had gone on this date and the guy told her that he drank a pint of pig's blood every single morning for breakfast. And then
wild.
tried to kiss her like 5 minutes later. So that story really, I think it speaks for itself, to be honest.
I think if you're gonna tell that story though, you gotta tell the story because it's like there's a little bit more weight to it, innit? Do you remember some of it? Like
Yeah, so they had gone, oh no. So her bike was broken and she had
Yeah.
gone to the repair shop to get it fixed. And she asked the guy for a number. Then they went on this little bike date. And his bike was stolen because he didn't lock it, which that's just, okay. I mean,
basics still.
yeah. And then they went to sit somewhere and he was like, listen, my flatmates tell me not to tell anyone ever, but, and then he went into it and said that he drinks a pint of pig's blood and that he gets, how many, like he gets like liters of it from the butchers like every week.
That's all kinds of confusing.
Like,
That was when she said that I never saw it coming. I was so shocked, but thank you for the story.
yeah.
Okay, Imzi, how about you? Is there any stories that you heard that stuck out to you?
You see, I was honestly gonna say the same one, but you know, there's quite a few different mad stories out, so I'm gonna say a different one. So, do you guys remember? Do you remember Lauren? Yeah. So with her, with what she said, she had this one time where there was this squirrel, like a rabid squirrel that must have been like just pestering her and that. And imagine, yeah, a squirrel like going up from your shoe, straight up the trousers, just doing a 360 around your body, just
Like
scratch
some
you up and
cartoon
that.
thing, yeah?
Yeah, like some cartoon thing. I said the reality is worse than the fiction, man.
Oh, man.
And then yeah, left it all scratched up, just bare bites and yeah, shout out to
Same
Lauren.
thing to you, though, bro. If you're going to tell the story, you got to tell the whole story.
Yeah, the whole story. Like I guess I can't remember fully.
All right, let me tell you how it started. She said when she moved into her gaff, the person who was there before told her to feed the squirrel.
Yeah,
And she was like not taking it too serious. And she said she was doing gardening one day, and then the squirrel was just like looking at her bare face, and she didn't think anything of it. And then the squirrel started to approach her, and she felt intimidated. And then the squirrel attacked her. And like you said, it did the cartoon thing, but
Mad thing.
you didn't mention the worst part.
Wait, what was the worst part?
She tried to escape from the squirrel after all of that, and then she slipped, tripped, and mashed up her leg. That's why she was in the cast, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine she has to walk around, shout out to her, yeah, with a cast that came from fighting a squirrel in her back garden.
No word.
That's diabolical behavior still.
Sad thing, mad thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was interesting from the collective perspective. Another story that stood out was the Asian lady that was there, and she was talking about when she went on her first date and the guy was just crying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, raw.
Yeah, he was just crying because he said he had bad experiences on previous dates, and she was like, okay, now I don't know what to say because I don't want you to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. I think it's been a cool experience as well because I didn't think that so many people would be willing to give their opinions on things that are, I guess, relevant topics. We started it as a means to promote the films that we were creating, but some people are more interested in just hearing what public have to say rather than just watching the films. So it's taken on a life of its own. And if you're on TikTok, we've got a page. The link will be underneath this. And then Instagram, the same thing. And then YouTube, we've already put up some on the shorts, but we've got quite a few more to put out, to be fair.
Yeah, make sure you lot check that out, man. We got some fire content there.
Definitely, man. And then we're going to go back at it next year. We recorded enough content to see us through to 2025. So after the new year comes and hopefully the weather don't get worse, we'll be able to get some fresh content made for you guys and get that out as well. Outside of that, we have been working on a lot of film content as well as building our communities. Shout out to the Birmingham lot, especially Markel. Just what's happening now. Shout out to Fitzroy as well. Shout out to Ali and Elia. I'm going to forget some people's names, so I'm just going to leave it there. Let's just leave it there, okay? If I didn't mention you, I still love you. I'm sorry. I knew I was going to forget someone, so let me just cut it off there. They've been working on the web series Too Late in Birmingham. In London, there's been a web series that's kind of pulled through, and it's become the main thing that we're focused on now. So on screen, you're not going to get to see it for a few months, but I can still tell you about it. And the two people with me, Imzi and Iustina, are actually starring in that web series as well. Guys, what's the web series called?
Too soon. thought that was
Always
gonna be
twisted it together.
yeah, that's what I thought. Here's me thinking I'm hearing us both say it, but it's just myself through the
It's
headphones.
just you, bro. It's just you still. And the way this web series came about is like one of the maddest tangents ever. Because the only reason I started doing this was because I wanted to make one film. And I didn't know what I was doing. So then I just did something else. And I tried to make this same film on 3 different occasions, and it didn't work out. And then I just ended up using the title for a different project. And then that project spun off into another project, which spun off into another project, which then spun off into the Too Soon web series. So the original project was called Stuck in the Mud. And it was about 2 characters, Jonathan and Damien. Jonathan was Damien's dad, who had Damien with his previous partner, Clavette, but he now had a new partner, Rebecca. He was dealing with reintegrating Damien into his life with some problems along the way. We had a project that we shot afterwards, which was actually the prelude, called Wrong and Strong, which was about Shayla and Rianne, these girls that were best friends. One of them got diagnosed with PCOS, and then her sister, Chantel, was there to support her through it. So on the first day, we started shooting the Wrong and Strong project. Imzi, Angel, and Zolele, they came to support Leah, the girl playing Chantel. And yeah, that was the first time all 4 of them were together. They didn't know, but Imzi knew, because I tried to do something before that with some people around the same age group and it didn't work out. We then moved the project forwards, and I kind of wanted to build just one scene around the 4 of them. We didn't even get to film the scene, but we ended up spinning it into a whole web series, and Iustina was here, so we got her involved, and the story is mad. We can't say the whole story, but we can talk about the people and the characters. So you guys, it would be great to hear a bit about the characters that you play, and just like how you found your experience doing it so far.
I'll let Iustina start off.
Yeah, so I play a character called Katrina, and she's friends with Chantel primarily. And she's kind of like, she just tries to fix everything and everyone's problems, and tries to, support everyone. She loves the limbo.
She loves a limbo.
The limbo.
She loves that.
She loves it.
And yeah, I mean, that's basically the base of her. She's just there supporting her friends. She's also friends with Gallus, which Imran will get into who Gallus is. But yeah, and the experience so far, it's been fun. Yeah.
Let's take it further. Let's be real. You've done a few projects with me so far.
Yeah.
I've never worked with a group like this before.
Same, never.
Not in a bad way. Not
Yeah.
in a bad way. Sorry, guys. To all the other people. But yeah, I had something which was a cool vibe before with the original Too Late lot. But this group, it's a fun group still.
Yeah. It's a vibe every single time we see each other.
Every single time we link up, it's a vibe still. Yeah. What about you, Imzi?
Yeah, so I'm Imzi, also known as Imran Cummings, and I play the character of Gallus. And Gallus is someone that's a good friend. He's loyal to his people, and he's driven by a sense of respect and loyalty. But he goes through, let me not spoil anything, but he goes through a lot. Yeah, he goes through a lot.
He's a victim.
He's a victim.
Yeah. And that pushes him to more hurt, more angry, more just not as positive as he might have once been, as he's navigating through these challenges that people face in life. And the reality is worse than the fiction. But yeah, things of that nature. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, cool. So shout out to Leah, who plays Chantel, and shout out to Angel, who plays Yemi. Without the four of you guys, this concept never would have been realized, but the story went beyond that. I can say that we did shoot. So, with the Too Late London web series, the first thing that I did is on our YouTube channel. You can go and look into it if you want to support by, just getting the views up and all of that stuff. In our first season, we went to Toulouse, France. In our second season, we went to Naples, Italy. And in our third season, we went to Agadir, Morocco. In the Too Soon web series, one of the episodes, we actually shot it in Morocco. So a lot of people will never understand how much hard work goes into it. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been involved in that project so far. And I look forward to seeing it all come together and putting it out and hopefully getting a good response from the people them that view what we do. Outside of that, there is other characters that have been introduced that are very important to the story. Shout out to Alex, shout out to Edna, shout out to Aurelia, shout out to Anisha, shout out to Anais as well. It's a strong cast still.
Serious shout out to Zolili.
Yeah, I already mentioned man before, but yeah, shout out to Z as well.
Come on.
He is him still. And what people don't know is, although it's people's passion and we're working together on this project, we are still spending real time together. And when we were in Morocco, I'm grateful to say, Z trusted us enough to spend his birthday with us as well. So
Big occasion.
you know what I'm saying? It was a special time still. So many stories. I can't tell most of them because what happens in Morocco stays in Morocco. But also we'll keep that to ourselves still. But it was a fun time still. It was a fun time. At this point, season 1 hasn't even come out, but we finished filming the whole season. We're planning to do season 2. But before we get to that, let's talk about episode 4, the finale. So when I was doing the Too Late web series, I would always try and make it a bit of a dramatic bang for the last episode. For this one, shout out to Smokey Fridays every single time. Shout out Smokey, based in Harrow. You love that Caribbean, that Jamaican food. Go get that Harrow on the Hill. We were able to film the whole episode at his spot. The food was good, the vibe was amazing, and we managed to expand the cast even more. But we also got to tie in the story from some of the characters that were in the productions before they got spun off into the Too Soon story. So that was also very cool. Without saying too much, Imzi, what was your favorite moment from shooting episode 4 of Too Soon?
I think my favorite moment was when we were all together in that scene. I think you know the one I'm talking about. I think
The one in the cave.
yeah,
Okay.
the scene in the cave, that really, really special scene.
That sounds mad, in the cave.
Yeah. but yeah, like having everyone there, and I'm seeing all the genuine smiles and laughter and claps of excitement. I was like seeing everyone that lit up and that together, and that in sync. Even with our unanimous line from everyone around me on that scene. It was really beautiful and special to be in, and to be honest, it felt overwhelmingly positive. So that's a moment that will stick with me, you know.
Good stuff. Also, I just want to say quickly as well, shout out to Alex. Alex Lau, our camera operator, that's been heavily involved in that project as well. A lot of people don't give crew credit. Alex has been the most consistent crew member out of all of the crew members in the community. So shout out to you. Definitely appreciate it. And also, Alex is a vibe still.
Word.
You know, she got an introduction to the culture through this project and increased vocabulary, increased riz,
Increased in a lot of
and a
ways.
lot of other things as well.
It's great
but
to see the growth.
Can't really talk about that. Still, that was funny. That was funny. Like, shout out to the No Face Gang as well. Shout out to the No Face Gang.
Shout out
as
to
well.
No Face Gang.
Come on,
If you know, you know.
They don't know still.
They don't know still.
They don't know still. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far. Iustina, for you, what's been your favourite moment in the Too Soon project so far?
Probably like the first time, because I don't think I knew anyone.
Nah, you was fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh off the boat. So why was that your favourite? Why was that your favourite?
Probably because that's when I met everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, like the filming stuff, like filming wise, maybe episode 3 with the one scene with Chantel. That was a nice one to do.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like in general, probably like the first time meeting everyone, and then from there the vibes were born.
Okay. Do you know what's cool? I feel like I'm not gonna say art imitates life or life imitates art. It's just been interesting, the storylines, and then everyone coming closer together, and like the friendships that are being formed. It feels genuine to me, like outside of the actual acting. Like it feels genuine. And another thing people won't know is after we filmed episode 4, we had our Christmas gathering. So there were a few more people that turned up, but beyond that, we all got to spend some time together. We had some great food, and shout out to DJ Iustina as well. You didn't know, triple threat. Yeah, so we had a DJ there as well. Like it was cool because people were really dancing. Like they were really dancing. That was exciting to see, and I think it leans into the true value of this project. It's not just finding an opportunity to act, but it's finding purpose by being in something bigger than just you. You know, like I know a lot of people that have needed that camaraderie, especially after lockdown. It benefited me. I know it's benefited you guys as well, and I know that it's gonna benefit more people that we find to be a part of it. We can't say too much about the story, but I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and this is kind of going to make more sense for the audience once they see everything. Yeah. Out of the characters, who is the most likely to lose their ish? Yeah, the quickest.
Lucia.
Okay, I've got a question for you. Out of the actors, who is the most likely to lose their ish quickly?
Oh, that's tough.
Tough one.
I don't think that's tough. I would say it's Ori. It's Ori still. Yeah. Shout out to Ori, man.
Shout out to Ori.
I didn't even mention her earlier. On my days. Shout out to her earlier as well, man. Major part of the story. Came out to Morocco with us as well, and brought some drama to the whole setting still. Like it's crazy, and she was going through a lot to even be there in the first place, so that means even more to me. Like I really appreciate the fact that she, despite like what she had going on in her life, she made it work. So I do appreciate that.
Not a word.
All right then, so we got most likely to get angry, the most likely to cry. Which character is most likely to cry first?
Chantal.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could see. Iustina was just looking at me like, come on. come on. We know who it is. We know who it is. Cool.
No, therefore Chantal.
Out of the people, the actors in real life, Who is most likely to cry first?
See, I'd say the opposite. It wouldn't be Leo. It wouldn't be Chantal. It'd be
Who would be the first one to cry? Yes.
maybe Edna.
Do you think so?
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't.
It's a tough one still.
Yeah, it's
Like-
a tough one.
I wouldn't say anyone's like likely to cry.
Yeah, no one's a crybaby
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, like no one's a crybaby. So I don't know. Like, I'd say.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't lie. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Who's the most likely to just start laughing randomly out of all the characters?
Maybe Yummy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could see that.
Okay.
Out of the characters.
Out of the characters, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Yummy or maybe. Does Francis laugh?
See, the fact that you have to think about it, that means it's a no.
Nah, it's
like,
not. But it's his
Yemi-
real life thing.
But
like,
Yemi, yeah, but Yemi, definitely.
Like, Yemi's positive. She comes with the vibes. She comes with the energy. So it's like, yeah, like I do see Yemi being the person most likely to.
Fairs. All right, then what about the real life, the actors? Who's most likely to just bust out laughing randomly?
That's Z. That's Zodili.
I think it's you still, bro.
Yeah, I was
Can't
gonna
lie.
say.
Yeah, if it's not me,
gonna say.
cool. If it's not Zodili, then it's me. I'll take that one.
Bro, even in answering the question, man, I was just laughing, bro. It's you still. It's you still.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mad still.